Welcome everyone to the first ever Cubix Now. I'm Shamesa Kyle, founder of Cubix, and I'll be your guide through today's events. Today's show is going to be a progress report of what we've been working on at Cubix, but in the future, we'll also be showing you what products, games, and more merchandise you'll be able to purchase in the coming months. I want to remind you that everything that we show you today is not final and that everything is subject to change. And you can always learn more about the project by going to our website at cubixdev.org. Now, let's take a look at the hardware part of this team. They're working on the physical components of the console, like what you see in front of me.
Hi, I'm Kamaris. I'm also known as Cosmic. I'm the lead hardware developer for Cubix. When designing the console specs, we took a look at different chipsets that the other companies have used in the past. After researching day and night, we ended up using the Ryzen 5. The utilization of the AMD CPU simply means that we can use FSR support. Besides that, the console will have Vega 7 graphics, which just means we can run many games at normal settings with high FPS. Besides that, the console will have 16 gigabytes of RAM. The design of the console, however, was heavily inspired by other past consoles that I loved. As a child, I loved the Xbox because it was my first console, but during my middle school years, the PS4 design was elegant and simple at the same time, which is what this console was trying to do. Taking the best features of other consoles is what this console does, and in my opinion, its design is my way of contributing to this goal. We look forward to sharing more details about the console specs and its features in the coming days, especially when the controller will be revealed in the near future.
When designing the console, we went for a simplified system approach, using a modified Linux kernel as the base to support the features we'll be using on the system in the following months. After all, the main role of the firmware team is to create the code that makes the console what it is, so we wanted to create a system that's easy to develop on, both for us and developers. Most of the work that's been done so far has been writing the backend code and modifying and writing programs to perform specific tasks like memory allocation and dependency handling. The firmware on the console takes advantage of the hardware we have available, most notably AMD FSR support, which means that developers can spend more time on optimization and making a good game rather than needing to spend time on graphics. Instead, FSR will be used to fill in the gaps, allowing you to have games that look amazing without the performance reductions. We're hard at work finding solutions to boost performance on the system without needing to heavily modify the console's firmware to keep the price reasonable. We're aware that not everyone likes FSR in their games, but we're certain that this, as well as other features, will help make the development on the system easier, more accessible, and allow games you love to run on it smoothly. In terms of UI and how it'll work, we're in the process of getting everything together to complete the UI. However, we apologize as we haven't finished the tech demo of the UI working on the console in time for this Cubix Now. We'll be presenting a full tech demo in a separate video at a later date, so until then, please wait for us. We're certain it'll be worth the wait. Until then, please take a look at some potential UI designs we've created over the last few weeks.
Hopefully you found today's presentation informative and interesting so far. I know this show has been a bit short and this part especially feels a bit last minute, and that's because it is. But we really wanted to make sure that we hit this due date because our main goal is to make sure that we're giving you guys information about what we're working on. That said, I do have a few announcements before we end today's show. First of all, if you're a game developer, we really would love to have you develop for our system, and you can learn more about that by visiting our website at cubixdev.org/develop. That's an easy way to learn a lot about the system and how you can develop, even though all the toolkits aren't ready just yet. By pledging your support by creating an account, you can learn more about the system, more than what you just heard today, specific specs, hardware that you can get, and even how you can get your hands on a dev kit to work on the game. Even if you're not 100% sure if you're going to be developing on the system in the future, just go ahead and make an account. That's an easy way to learn more about the system, especially if you're a game developer or an aspiring indie developer looking to get started. Now, this show has been a lot about things that you can't really get your hands on right now. But I do want to offer one small but meaningful thing that you can purchase right now. The Cubix keychains. These small but beautiful keychains fit on everything. I want to take a moment and really thank Star Lily Jewelry for partnering with us to help us make these, because these are handmade. It would really help us out by just purchasing one of these. They are a teeny tiny bit expensive at just $10 a piece, but remember, this money goes directly back to Cubix and helps us keep doing the things that we're doing. I'm really excited for everything that we have to talk about with this system, and please, if there's anything you can do right now, even if you don't have money, just subscribe. Subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything. Follow us and stay up to date with the project, because we really want to be able to share this journey with you guys. Now, one last thing before we go. The release date. Now, I'm not going to disclose the price tag just yet, because there's a lot of other things going on in the background that's preventing us from doing that. But regarding the release date, when can you get your hands on the system? We're aiming for a summer of 2025 release date, although, as life will have it, not everything is set in stone. So stay tuned, subscribe, because that's the easiest way to get information. And of course, you can get a summary of everything that you saw today by going to our website at cubixdev.org/blog. There'll be a blog post up in a few days, just giving you everything that you heard today. That said, I just want to once again thank you for spending your day with us. Even though, again, this is a short show, just being here with you means a lot. And we hope that in the future, we can continue to build relationships with all of you so that we can build memories on the system together. Until then, I'll see you next time.